Why is Chandas so important? The main reason is probably to ensure that whatever poetry you're writing follows a particular format. For example, the entire Bhagavad Gita, except for a selected few, like probably let us say 100 of these shlokas, all follow a particular two-line format called Anushtup. So what it gives a sense of equality or a sense of unanimous nature to the entire poetry. For example, Valmiki's Ramayana also is written in that two-line meter. And of course, the English word, though not exact, the English word for Chandas is called a meter. And it is a way of judging what is the type of format that the Kavi has taken to write the poetry. And that is called Chandas. Chandas is actually a very fun thing to do, like when you're learning it and when you're using it. It is a very fun thing to do. But if you are a poet, if you stand in the poet's shoes and see Chandas, it is a very dreadful thing. So Chandas is a very good concept. And as you know, whenever you read a shloka, let us say you have Stotrani as your lesson, after explaining reading out the stotra, you have something called Anvayartha. What happens in an Anvayartha is nothing but the Chandas format of the shloka is written as a sentence form. So you're removing Chandas and trying to follow the subject-verb-object correlation to get the Anvayartha. So that is the reverse of what we are studying. We are studying how sentences are put into Chandas, and what you do there is you remove the sentence in the form of a Chandas into a regular sentence. So we will start Chandas today, and we will probably need 1 or 2 classes. Chandas is quite a small topic, but it's a very important topic, and it's a very fun thing to do, to be frank. Okay. So before going into Chandas, there are certain things that you have to know. Chandas actually can be bifurcated into Matra Chandas and Akshara Chandas, Varna Chandas or Akshara Chandas, but you don't have to worry about what is the classification as is. And also you should know that among the various things that are taught to a brahmachari, like Vedas, Vedangas, including astrology, Chandas is also one of the concepts that is taught to a young person when in the Gurukula system. So Chandas also forms one of those Shadangas which are important for the student life in a Gurukula. So we will not be going to the bifurcation of Matra Chandas, Akshara Chandas in the particular course. What we'll be seeing is the different types of Chandas that you particularly have. You have around 6 or 7 different types of Chandas, and we will be seeing what a Chandas is. How do you differentiate between different Chandas? Okay. So there are 2 things that you need to know when you are doing Chandas. It is called Guru and Laghu. So Guru and Laghu are nothing but the way you pronounce. So you already know that Ekamatra Kala, Dvimatra Kala are the different types of aksharas that you have, like A, I, U, R, L are all Ekamatra Kala swaras, whereas A, I, U, R, L, A, I, O, Aha are all the Dvimatra Kala swaras. So that is what is the differentiation between Guru and Laghu. So Guru includes all the swaras, that is A, I, U, R, L, and any other vyanjanas that are combining with these swaras. So these form the Laghu aksharas. Whereas Guru is nothing but all the Dirgha swaras, A, I, U, R, A, I, O, Aha, plus Vyanjanas that combine with these. So all the aksharas all the letters that have this characteristic are determined as Guru, and all these letters that follow this rule are called Laghu. And an additional rule exists for Guru. The additional rule is, first rule, the last letter of each pada. We'll come to pada in a very short time, but remember this. So the first rule is the last letter of every pada is a guru. And second rule is, in case you have samyuktaksharas, like kra, ksha, tra, nya, sh, all these are samyuktaksharas. The letter preceding such a samyuktakshara gets guru. So not the exact letter, not the exact letter that you are seeing the samyuktakshara. The letter previous to samyuktakshara gets the guru. So this is guru and laghu. Okay, and
that means kra, ksha, nya, that all that is guru.
Yeah. No. The letter previous, let us say akrama. Let us say if the word is akrama, a will get guru, because though you can see that a is a laghu, since a is followed by a samyuktakshara, a will get guru. So a will become guru, k will become whatever. So since there is no samyuktakshara after k will get laghu.
Okay.
The better way of seeing it is, let us say you divide this. You can read it as ak plus ramaha. It's a very colloquial way of depicting, but still you can read it as ak plus ramaha. So ak is not a single swara, it is a combination of two swaras, hence it will get guru. But you don't have to follow this as a colloquial way of teaching, but still the best actual rule is samyuktakshara, the previous letter to samyuktakshara will give you the guru. And whenever you're doing chandas, there is a particular way you have to denote laghu and guru. So guru is denoted by a line over that particular letter, and guru is denoted by a U for laghu aksharas. Okay? For example, just let us say we'll use some of the rakshasaha. Okay? So here Ra is a guru, but you should also see ksha. Ksha is a samyuktakshara. The previous should get guru, but already this is a guru, so it will remain to be a guru. Now, ksha, after passing on the guru to the previous letter, it is laghu because the next letter is not a samyuktakshara. So this will become laghu. Saha has a visarga. So, as I told you, any vyanjana with a visarga will also get a guru. Okay, so this is one way of seeing it. And as I told you, the coming to the pada, we'll go to it once we start reading the different types of chandas. So here, this is the way that you have to denote rakshasaha in Laghu-Guru format. One more example is Rama Lakshmana. Rama Lakshmana will take. Okay. Ra, is it followed by a samyuktakshara? No. But still, Ra has akaranta. So, sorry, akara included. So it will be a guru. Ma is alpa prana. So it's followed by Hrisva akara. But the next letter is not a samyuktakshara, so you don't have to worry. You can just write it as laghu. Now coming to la. La has the samyuktakshara of kshma. Hence the previous letter will get guru. After passing on kshma, ma has no other samyuktakshara after it. Hence ma will get laghu. Au. Aukara, as I have told you, comes under guru. Hence this is guru. So it is guru laghu, guru. So this is how you have to denote, or how you find out which is laghu akshara and which is guru akshara in a particular word.
What is the last one again, please?
Now, aukara.
So is that laghu or guru?
It is guru. Sorry, I have to write it separately. So it is Rama Lakshmana and it is guru. Okay.
Okay. Ksha. What happens to the ksha?
So if it is a full ksha, then after passing on being a samyuktakshara and a full samyuktakshara, it will pass on the guru to the previous word. But here ksha is just half of the akshara. Hence the entire ksha will go away to la and only ma will be left.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So now, so the first notation that we came across was how to differentiate between Laghu and Guru. But in Chandas, there is another thing that you have to do. Every letter of the shloka or the poetry is divided into ganas, which is nothing but a collection of 3 letters. For example, let us take Ramo Rajamanihi Sada Vijayate. So I'm just taking the first line of a shloka. So here you can see that Ramo Rajamanihi Sada Vijayate. So what a Gana does is, you take 3 letters, 3 complete letters. So Ra, Mo, Ra. Split it. Ja, Ma, Nihi. Sa, Da, Vi. Ja, Ya, Te. So this is the next thing that you have to do if you have to look more into the Chandas type and what its meter is and what its influence on the further lines are. So this is called Gana. A Gana is nothing but a collection of 3 letters of each shloka. Okay, so this shloka has 1, 2, 3, 4 ganas, and a meter is represented by the number of letters. It indirectly means it represents the number of ganas. Sometimes what you may have is, here luckily we had 4 complete ganas, but let us say you have some other shloka wherein the last gana does not have the complete 3 letters. For example, if you take no, this one does not hold. Okay. Kshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveta, Yuyutsava. So we'll take a line from Bhagavad Gita. So here if you see, Dharma, Kshe, Tre, Ku, Ru, Kshe, Tre, Sa, Man, Samanvitaha, sorry, Samavetaha, okay. Ma, Ve, Ta, Yu, Ts. So you have one akshara that does not come. That is fine. We'll come to see what that influence has on the type of the shloka chandas. But it is not always a requirement that the entire chandas, entire shlokas should be divided into complete ganas. There might be an instance where the last gana may not have the complete 3 aksharas to form one separate gana. Okay, so this type of construction is also a valid construction, but it will have a separate rule of its own. Okay, so the Laghu-Guru and Gana concept is understood. So we can go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, why did we try to learn about types of ganas? Because Chandas is expressed in terms of ganas. Each gana is given a particular name, and you have 8 different types of ganas. Okay, so each of these ganas is given a name. Of course, it's a letter representation, but still it's a name. So these are the 8 different types of ganas. It is called Yagana, Magana, Tagana, Ragana, Jagana, Bhagana, Nagana, Sagana. So these are the 8 different ganas. Now, what is the difference between these ganas? There is a shloka. I think you can see it in your grammar books, Anuvada Pradipa as well. It's given in your Chandas lesson. Adi Madhyavasaneshu Yarata Yati Laghavam Bhajasa Gauravam Yanti Manautu Guru Laghavam. So, Adi Madhyavasaneshu Yarata Yanti Laghavam Bhajasa Gauravam Yanti Manautu Guru Laghavam. So you have the same ganas itself. The arrangement is a little different. So this arrangement is if you want to learn an acronym for the entire ganas and what is the individual ganas characteristic. The short form of this is written as Yamata Raja Bhana Salagam. It is also mentioned in your book. You can go through that. So it is Yamata Rajabhana Salagam. We will come to this once we discuss this type of construction. So after going through each of the ganas according to the shloka I told about, Adi Madhya Avasaneshu, we will go look into how this is advantageous. So what the shloka tells is Adi Madhya Avasana. Adi is beginning, Madhya is middle, Avasana is the end. Adi Madhya Avasaneshu. In Adi first, Madhya middle, Avasana third of the ganas. Of course, we are talking about ganas, so each gana will have 3 letters. So what the shloka is telling is first, middle and third letter of Adi Madhya Avasaneshu Yarata Yanti Laghavam. That is, Ya attains Laghu in the first, Ra attains Laghu in the middle, Ta attains Laghu in the end. The remaining are all gurus. So Adi Madhya Avasaneshu Yarata Yati Laghavam. Bhajasa Gauravam Yanti. So in a similar fashion, Bha gets Guru in the first, Ja gets Guru in the second, Sa gets Guru in the last. The remaining will be all Laghus. Bhajasa Gauravam Yanti. Similarly, it's not again mentioned Adi Madhya Avasaneshu, but since we are going with the same flow, it means that correspondingly, Bhajasa ganas will have Guru in the first, middle, and third places, respectively, the remaining all being Laghus. Manautu Guru Laghavam. So Ma will have all Guru, Na will have all Laghu. So these are the 8 ganas, and correspondingly what each gana should have as their aksharas. If a word has, if a gana's word letters have Laghu Guru Guru, it is Yagana. If it has Guru Laghu Laghu, it is Bhagana. If it has Laghu Laghu Guru, it is Sagana. So like this, these are the different ganas of the different types of ganas that you have in Chandas. Now, I hope you have all noted this down. I'll erase this. Okay. Now, we will come to this. Now, let us start with the first letter here and take the next 2 letters along with it. Mata. Now, take the second letter, Ma, take the next 2 letters. Tara. Take the third, Ta, Raja. So, start taking the first 1 letter and the next 2 letters, and you will get 8 different types of 8 different words ending with Salagam. So, it will go on till Salagam. Again, the first letter of these words are the Gana names. So, this is the example for Yagana. Why? Because the first one is Laghu, the remaining 2 are Guru. And if you see the previous notations that I had written, Ya had Laghu Guru Guru. So Yagana has Laghu Guru Guru. Similarly, Magana, Guru Guru Guru. Manotu Guru Laghava, Ma had all the 3 as Guru. And if you take this word, you have Magana's criteria that is satisfied. Similarly, if you go to Sa has Laghu, Laghu, and Gam. It's an Anuswara, and Anuswara comes under Guru. So Sa. Adi Madhyavasaneshu Yarata Yanti Laghavam. Bhajasa Sagana had Guru in the end. So this is an acronym to not just remember the names of the ganas, but also the particular characters involved in each gana. So this is how you can use Yamata Rajabhana Salagam word to remember all the 8 ganas and the individual gana characteristics. Okay?
Okay.
Now, what you have to know is, I think some of you have attended, some of you did attend my Sandhi class. And in Sandhi, what you had is, each Sandhi had a Panini Sutra. So the Panini Sutra told you what the requirements for that particular Sandhi to occur and what is the result. In Chandas, it's a little more convenient. Though the initial task of memorizing the rules for Chandas is difficult, but once you memorize it, you know exactly the answer. So sometimes in Panini Sutra, you may have to think a lot, because sometimes the same pratyahara, har can include vargya vyanjanas, avargya vyanjanas, so you have some discrepancy. But in Chandas, you don't have anything. The main reason is, the only reason probably is, the rule for that particular Chandas is also the example for that particular Chandas. That is, let us say I tell you the rule for a particular Chandas. I'll take the example of the first one that you have, Indravajra. So if I tell you the rule of Indravajra, the rule itself follows Indravajra pattern. So if you can, find out what is the different ganas of that example of that rule, that itself is the example rule for the entire Chandas. So considering that, we'll start with Indravajra. Okay, so Indravajra is the first Chandas that we will take up. The Lakshana or the rule is Syadindravajro Yadi Taujago. Syadindravajra Yadi Taujagogaha. Okay, so before going into what this is telling, so we will first try to apply the rules of Ganas and Laghu-Guru to this entire Lakshana. This is called a Lakshana. So why is it called Lakshana? Lakshana is nothing but an indication or indicating factor. And what? So the name given to this itself signifies that the Lakshana itself is an example for the Chandas. So what we will do is, we'll apply Ganas, we'll differentiate this entire line into Ganas, and we'll find out what each Gana is. So Syadindra Vajraya Ditauja Gaugaha. So it has 1, 2, 3 full Ganas and 2 additional Aksharas. As I told you, this is not a wrong formation. It is just you have 2 extra letters. So the first point we observe, 1, 2, 3. So that is 3 3s are 9, 10, 11. So this has 11 letters. Okay, so in the exam, what will happen is, either they'll give you a particular example and ask you what is the type of Chandas involved, or they may ask you to write a brief essay or a short paragraph on a particular type of Chandas. So what you have to do is, you have to first, after determining which Chandas they're asking about, write the Lakshana. Of course, it's better if you can give a small, like 1 or 2 line introduction to what a Chandas is, and then start with Lakshana. So you can tell that the Lakshana for Indravajra is this, and this itself is an example for Indravajra. Here you can see that it has, so whatever I'll be writing is probably what you will need to know about this particular Chandas, which you can also include in the example answers that you take up. So now let us try to find out the type of Ganas in each of them. So Syadindra, so can anyone tell which Gana it is? Like Laghu-Guru, if you can tell me first, we'll go through Laghu, we'll finish Laghu, putting Laghu-Gurus to all, then we'll come to the each Ganas. So Syadindra. First, Sya, what is it?
Guru.
Very good. The
Laghu.
Okay. Dra.
It's a Samyukta Akshara, so it should be preceding should be Guru.
Very good. So though the signifies to be a Laghu here, since the next Akshara is a Samyukta Akshara, the 2 not with just 1 but 2, the previous Akshara will get the Guru. Even though if it is a Laghu, it will become a Guru. So what is this? What will the last letter be?
Laghu.
Laghu, how? So what happens is, as I told you, if it's a complete Samyukta Akshara, the half Aksharas will go to the previous letter. Here you have 2 half Aksharas, that is N and R. Both of them will be transferred to the previous di, and only the remains, which is Laghu. Okay, so the first one is Guru, Guru, Laghu. Here, don't get confused that after ni is transferred, dra is still samyukta akshara. Again, the rule is, okay, after let us say you transfer ni and you get a guru here, dra. Again, it's samyukta akshara, so the previous one will again get a guru. So guru plus guru will not give you a double guru. It is still a guru. So again, transfer the samyukta akshara. You still have a samyukta akshara. Transfer that samyukta akshara also. Now you are left with only the, which is a laghu. So,
transferring will happen only if it is the last letter of a Gana, is it?
No. Even in the middle also it can be. Let us say it was, just for example, I'm not taking it. Let us say it was Asyadindra. So again, will take up sa and become guru. So it's not always in the end. It can happen anywhere in the Gana, middle or first. Okay. So the first one is clear. The first Gana is clear.
Yes.
Okay. So let us start with the second Gana. So va, is it? What is it?
Laghu.
Laghu.
Laghu. Okay.
Guru.
Okay, very good. So next, if you see, Jra is a samyukta akshara of J and R. So since it is a samyukta akshara, the previous one, even though it should have been Laghu, becomes a Guru. Now, what about this?
Guru.
Guru.
Why is it Guru? You have transferred the samyukta akshara.
Because it is Akaranta.
Very
But
good.
it is Akaranta.
Yes, exactly. So even after transferring the samyukta akshara, the Ja or the Ra, after transferring Ja, the Ra still has an Akaranta, so it is Guru. Yeah.
It is Laghu.
Laghu,
Laghu.
because there are next letter is not a samyukta akshara, so you don't have to worry, it is a Laghu. The
Laghu.
Laghu, Tau,
Guru.
very good, Guru, Ja,
Guru.
why is it?
That is Samyukta Akshara, no? That is.
No, it is Jagau.
Oh, okay, Jagau.
Yeah, Jagau.
It is
It is Laghu, because there is no samyukta akshara in the end. Now, come to the last two. Gau,
Guru.
Guru, Gaha,
Laghu.
for two reasons it is Guru. First thing is it has a Virga. Second thing is it is coming at the end of the Pada. Now we come into the Pada concept. What Pada is so a shloka can be divided into subcategories. And the only property that you have to maintain is all the Padas should have the same number of letters. That is in most cases, but in some cases there are chandas which divide the shloka into different lettered chandas. But a common rule is the Pada should divide the entire shloka into equal parts. So for Anushtup, you have 4 Padas. So here, whatever you see for the Lakshana, most of the times it will be one Pada only. Because if they give 2 Padas, how will you know which is the end of one Pada and which is the beginning of the next Pada? Correct? So, Pada is the division of a shloka into usually 4 equal parts. Okay? So this is a Pada. So for 2 reasons, the last Akshara is a Guru. First thing is it has a Visarga, so it is a Guru. Second thing, it is the last letter of this particular Pada, hence it is a Guru.
Did we not say any Vyanjana with a Visarga will become Laghu?
No. I can't go back to the previous writings, but Visarga and Anuswara are Guru. A, I, U, R are the only aksharas that contribute to Laghu. Everything else, A, I, U, R, I, A, I, O, Aha, along with Vyanjanas will give you Guru. Okay, any doubts?
Can you just repeat that? Kra, Ksha, Cha, and 2 more Samyukta Aksharas.
Samyukta aksharas, they form Guru. So those are the
No, what are the rest of the 2? 5 of that.
No. So the general rule for a letter to be Guru is if it is any of the Dirgha Swaras, A, I, U, R, A, I, O, Aha. So these in combination with any akshara, any Vyanjana, that is Ka, Ki, Ku, Kru, Ke, Kai, Ko, Kau, Kam, Kaha. All these are generally Guru. But special case for Guru to be considered is last letter of the Pada is the first special condition. Second thing is, if it's a Samyuktakshara, the previous letter to the Samyuktakshara will become Guru. Those are the two extra conditions for Guru, but the general condition is Visarga and Dirgha Swaras and Anuswara will give you the Guru. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So now that we have already... Sorry? Okay. So now that we have already written down the Laghu-Gurus for the Aksharas, now let us go into each Gana and try to find out what is the Gana name. So first Gana is Guru, Guru, Laghu. So which is this? Adi Madhyavasaneshu Yarata Yati Laghavam. So Laghavam is coming in the end. So if you read through the previous notations that I had written, what will this Gana be?
Tagana.
Tagana.
Very good. So this is Tagana. Now, what about the second Gana? It is also Guru, Guru, Laghu. So it is again Tagana. Third one, it is Laghu, Guru, Laghu.
Jagana.
Very good. Jagana. Now, what the last two are, so you can't call it as the fourth one. So the last two are Gurus. Okay. So this is the Chandas Ganas that we have come across. So it is Ta, Ta, Ja, Guru, Guru. Correct?
Correct.
Now, let us read the shloka. Syat Indravajra. It will be Indravajra. Syat, it will be. It is a probability. So the shloka itself is telling a probability that Syat Indravajra. It can be an Indravajra when Yadi, when Tau. Again, Taha Taute. So it is just a Dvivachana form for Takara. So it is Ta Ta. So we are seeing already Ta Ta. So Tau. That is two Tas. Ja. That is one Ja. Go. Ga is also used to signify Guru. In this type of Lakshana, as you have seen in Panini Sutra also, sometimes A can represent A and A. Similarly, Ga is used usually in terms of not just any Akshara, but Ga also signifies Guru. So Ga again. So you have two Gurus. So you have Yadi Tau Jagau. Gaha is just to complete this Chandas. Gaha does not have any physical significance to the Lakshana's explanation. It is just to complete the Chandas, they have added the Gaha. So what it tells is Yadi Tau Jagau Gaha Indravajra Syat. If you have two Tas followed by Ja and then followed by two Gurus, it can be an Indravajra. So here also you can see Ta Ta Ja Gurudvayam. That's how. So Gau is usually told in Sanskrit as Gurudvayam. That is two Gurus. So this is the first type of Chandas, that is Indravajra. So if you open your books, you have one example for each of the Chandas. It is Nishkampa Vriksham Nibhrita Dvirefam. That shloka is there. Of course, I would suggest you to solve each and every pada. So you should not always conclude that if one pada is Indravajra, all the padas are Indravajra. In this case, of course, they have given it as Indravajra, but I would like you to form Laghu-Gurus on each Akshara, divide them into Ganas, find the Ganas, and then find the Chandas for each and every line of that particular shloka udaharana that they have given, so that you will get more experience and you can do this Chandas Vibhaga easily.
Can you give the page number in the textbook, please?
Mine is an old book, so it is 56 in the Anuvada Pradeepa. That's the second book.
52 here.
Yeah, so in the new book it is 52. Okay, so is Indravajra clear to everyone? Can we go to the next type of Chandas?
Yes, son.
Okay. Now I have the liberty of doing this for the second one. So it is Upendravajra. So the first one was Indravajra, now it is Upendravajra. Now we will go to the Lakshanashloka. Upendravajra. Upendravajra. Jatajasta Taugau. So this is the Lakshanashloka for Upendravajra. Again, let us start by dividing the shloka into ganas. So, Upendra, Vajra, Vajraha, Ja, Ta, Ja, Sta, Tau, Gaha. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 3 full ganas and 2 extra aksharas. Again, it also has 11 letters. Okay, now let us start labeling the aksharas as Laghu and Guru. So U, huh?
Laghu,
Okay, Laghu, correct. Te,
Guru.
why?
Because the next one is a Samyukta Akshara.
There are again 2 reasons. A already is making the akshara Guru, and additionally the next akshara is Samyukta Akshara. So you should remember that there is not only one rule for Guru, you should remember the general rule as well. So because of those 2 reasons, A will become Guru. What about the next akshara?
Laghu,
Laghu, very good. Next,
Guru.
why is it Guru?
Because the next one is Samyukta Akshara.
Very good. So the Jraha is a Samyukta Akshara. So the previous letter will become Guru. What about the next letter?
Guru.
Why?
Because it is an anuswar.
Visarga. Very good. It is a Visarga.
Visarga.
Hence it is Guru. Very good. Ja.
Laghu.
Laghu,
Very good. Laghu. Ta.
Laghu,
Laghu.
Ja.
Guru.
Why?
Guru for 2 reasons.
Very good. Guru for 2 reasons. Which are the 2 reasons?
Because the next letter is a Samyukta Akshara and it is a Dirgha Swar.
Very good. So for those 2 reasons, Ja will become Guru. Next, what is the next issue about this?
Laghu.
Why?
Because Sa goes to the previous letter and Ta is Laghu.
Very good. So this will become Laghu. What about this?
That will be Guru.
Guru.
Why?
The last one is Guru.
Guru.
No, why is Tau Guru? Why is,
How is Guru?
very good. So the last one is Guru because of 2 reasons. Au
Because
and-
Au is Guru and it's the last letter of the Gana.
very good. So for those 2 reasons, the last letter will be a Guru. So now, since you have already written this down, let us see which Gana it is. So the first Gana is Laghu, Guru, Laghu. Which is this? Which is this?
Jagana.
Sorry.
Jagana.
Very good. It is Jagana. Second one, it is Laghu, sorry, Guru, Laghu.
Tagana.
Tagana, very good. Third one, it is Guru, Laghu, Guru, Laghu.
Jagana.
Jagana, very good. And you have the last 2 as 2 Gurus. Okay, so it is Ja, Ta, Ja with 2 Guru. Now let us read the Lakshanashloka. Upendravajra, Ja, Ta, Jasta, Tau, Gaha, Ja, Ta, Ja, Tataha, Tataha. So you have to again replace it as Tatau, Gau. You have 2 Gurudvayam. Jata, Jasta, Tau, Gau. Jata, Ja followed by 2 Gurus. So Upendravajra is Jata, Ja Gurudvayam. Sorry, I think I made a mistake here. It is not Tatau, it is Tato. Then only even the shloka also makes sense. Jata, Jaha. If you have visited the Sandhi lessons, Jata, Jaha plus Tataha plus Gau. Visarga, Sakaradesha, Visarga, Ukaradesha will give you Jata, Jas, Tato, Gau. Still, O is still a Guru, so this does not affect. Okay, so this is Upendravajra. Any doubts in Upendravajra?
None.
Okay. So now we will go to the third. I think you have a total of 7, 8. We'll complete 4 today and we'll keep 4 for the next class. Okay. Okay. So the third one is Upajathi. Now, the thing that I was telling about Lakshanashloka being the example of the Chandas itself comes into play in this particular Upajathi because it does not explicitly mention what are the Gana names like we saw in Upendravajra and Indravajra. In Indravajra, Upendravajra, either you can divide the Lakshanashloka and find out the Ganas, or if you are able to understand the meaning of the Lakshanashloka, you'll be able to understand that these are the Ganas involved in this particular Chandas. But for Upajathi, you have a Lakshanashloka that does not explicitly mention it. The only way that you can do is divide it into the Ganas, write the Laghu-Guru, and then find out what are the characteristics of Upajathi. So I will just write it down from the book. Sorry. Anantarodi Ritapadabhajo Pado Yadi Ya Yasya Sta. Okay, so this is the Lakshanashloka of Upajathi. Okay, so let us try to divide this and come up with the Gana names. So, Ananta, Ridiri, Tapada, Bhajopa, Dauyadi, Yuvapa, Jataya, Staha. Okay, so now let us write the Laghu-Gurus for each of them.
Laghu.
Laghu. Nan.
Guru.
Guru.
Right.
It is Anuswara.
Very good. Ta.
Laghu.
Laghu.
Very good. Ro.
Guru.
Guru.
Di.
Guru.
Guru.
Ri.
Laghu.
Ta.
Laghu.
Laghu.
Pa.
Guru.
Guru.
Da.
Laghu.
Bha.
Guru.
Guru.
Dau.
Guru.
Guru.
Pa.
Guru.
Guru.
Dau.
Guru.
Ya.
Laghu.
Laghu.
Di.
Guru.
Guru.
Ya.
Guru.
Guru.
Hu.
Laghu.
Pa.
Laghu.
Laghu.
Ya.
Guru.
Ta.
Laghu.
Ya.
Guru.
Guru.
Very good. Because it is Samyukta Akshara. Taha.
Guru.
Guru.
What is the reason for Taha being Guru?
It is the last letter of the Pada.
And also it has Visarga. Okay. So now, one more question. So here I have written Ananta in this way. So I have written Ananta in this way. What if I write Ananta in this way? Will the Gana change? So here it was Laghu, Guru, Laghu because it was Anuswara. Here,
No,
It
it
will
will
not change.
not change.
It will
It will
not
not change.
why?
Because Anta is a Samyukta Akshara.
After Nat is a Samyukta Akshara, that's why it will remain Guru.
So this shows the universality of the Gana formation and the Chandas, because some people may prefer to write Anuswara. Some people, though this is the correct way, this is the correct way of writing Ananta. But we have some people using Ananta in this way. So whatever be the way you use the word, if you are following the Sanskrit rules, you'll still end up with the same Chandas. Okay. So now let us Write down. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 2. So 7th is a 21, 22, 23. So 21, 22. So 22 letters. Okay. Now, first let us discuss this. First one is Laghu-Guru. Sorry, Laghu-Guru, Laghu. Which one is this?
Jagana.
Okay. Next you have Guru, Laghu.
Tagana.
Third one. It is Laghu,
Jagana.
Guru, Jagana. Very good. Fourth one.
Magana.
Magana. Because it has 3. Okay. Now, fifth one. It is
Kana.
Laghu, Guru. It is
Ragana.
very good. Sixth one. It is Guru, Laghu.
Bhagana.
Very good. Seventh one. Laghu, Guru. Ragana.
No.
Ragana.
Ragana again.
Yeah. So eighth one, you don't have anything. It is just one Guru. But the twist is, this is not one pada. This is 2 padas. So Upajatihi, the Lakshanashloka, as I told you, I've mentioned that some of the times it is one pada of the particular shloka, and also told you that sometimes the pada whatever is the chandas you get for one pada, it will follow for every other pada. But there are some cases where the Lakshanashloka is not always one pada, but it is 2 padas, and may or may not be that the chandas will be the same for the first and the second pada. So considering this change, we will have to redo the Gana formation for the second one. So now we will again do this. So here it is 3 padas plus 2 extra aksharas. Now let us see for this. Pa, dau, ya, di, ya, vu, pa, ja, ta, yastaha. So again, as you can see, the first and the second pada, at least till now, have the same number of letters, that is 11 letters. Okay, so you have to, this is one special case in the entire Chandas chapter. I think this is probably one of the exceptions that you have, wherein the Lakshanashloka does not actually have one pada as the Lakshana, but it has 2 padas. Now, if you see this, just from the first look, you can find out that the Chandas for the first and the second pada are not the same. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So, now we will change the Ganas for the first line. Also we have to do one change, that is after the first 3 padas you have 2 gurus. Now we will go into the second pada. I'll continue to name it as 5, 6, 7, but it's not a continuation. Okay, I'll start naming it again as 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the first Gana ends with 2 gurus that we have written. Now let us start with the second Gana. It is Guru, Laghu, which is which Gana is this?
Tagana.
Very good, Tagana. And then you have Guru, Laghu again, which is Tagana again. And then you have, okay, this is Laghu. It is Guru, Laghu, which is
Jagana.
very good. And you have 2 gurus. Sorry, this is 2 guru again. The Guru, Laghu does not again change. Only the Ganas have changed because of the dividing of this one Lakshanashloka into 2 padas. So as you can see, for Upajati, the first pada will have ta, ja, ta, gurudvayam, and the second pada will have ta, ta, ja, gurudvayam. So as you can see, first one follows Upendravajra rule. Second one follows Indravajra rule. So that is why probably the name is called Upajathi. It is a sub-jati of these two chandas. So it's not, I'm probably telling it on my own, but I'm just telling you, just for you to remember it. So the first one follows Upendravajra, Jata Jasta Taugau. The second line follows Upendravajra, Tata Jasta Taugaha. So this is an exception in the chandas wherein the padas may or may not have the same chandas. But again, what you should understand by this is Lakshanashloka is first pada and second pada have this chandas. Third and fourth will also have consecutively this and this chandas. So 1 and 3 will be similar. 2 and 4 will be similar. That is what you have to understand. If a Lakshanashloka is giving you only one pada, it means that all the 4 padas follow the same rule. If your Lakshanashloka is giving you 2 padas, it means that first and second pada are different, but first and third pada will be same, second and fourth pada will be same.
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
In four padas,
Yeah.
can it not be 3 and 1 or 2 consecutive?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Why should it? You are saying every alternate pada gets Indravajra and Upendravajra.
Yeah.
Why cannot it be 3:1?
3:1 in the sense?
3 Upendravajra, 1 Indravajra, or vice versa? Because some of the shlokas of Laghu-Guru come in that form, and they are classified as. So is there a standard rule that it should only be every alternate, or can it be that in the 4 at least one should be one of the either Upendravajra or
No.
Indravajra?
I'm just telling you that in Upajathi, the first one follows Upendravajra, second one follows Indravajra. So this is Upajathi. There are several other chandas wherein you may have first one as Indravajra, second one as Upendravajra. But particularly for Upajathi, first one, third one will be Upendravajra, second one, fourth one will be Indravajra. Of course, in Raghuvamsham, you have opposite, wherein Indravajra comes first and Upendravajra comes later. Correct? And also
They are termed as Upajathi, and they have given that example as Upajathi. So that is why I'm asking, can it be in the 4 padas, so long as I have both Indravajra and Upendravajra, can it be considered as Upajathi, or it has to necessarily be alternate?
As per what I have seen, it is usually alternate. That is how the Lakshanashloka is defined, because Lakshanashloka should give you the general rule for any type of chandas which is similar. So if they have given this as first and second pada, the common usage in Lakshanashloka, if it tells it is so, the next rule should also follow a similar rule. But if I think you have come across such a shloka, I'll probably have to go through if there are such exceptions that are present and if it is still considered Upajathi. So I'll get back to you on that. But as of now, what I have read and what I have learned, Lakshanashloka defines the total characteristic of the shloka. So if here it is telling Upendra Indra, then the next also should be Upendra Indra. But again, if there are exceptions, I'll have to go through and I'll come back to you.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. So yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
So sorry, what is it we are saying here? So we are saying that the first line, which consists of 3 ganas and 2 individual letters, falls into Upendravajra, and the second line, which has 3 ganas and 2 individual letters, which falls into Indravajra, which makes it Upajathi. Am I getting it right?
Yeah, that is the way Upajathi is defined. But as one of the students discussed, if Upajathi also includes not the consecutive. So as I told you, 1 and 3 should be same, 2 and 4 should be same. If Upajathi also includes any such combination of Indravajra, Upendravajra in any order, 1, 2, 3, 4 as similar, or 1, 3, 2, 4 as we have seen here as similar, then probably I'll have to go through and see if that also comes under Upajathi or it's a separate subsection of Upajathi. But for now, I think this is the rule. I'll get back to you on that specific example, and if you can please share me that example, I will be very happy about it to go through.
Okay, I will send it to you.
Yeah, thank you. So we will get back to that in the next class and see if that is valid. We will finish this section with one last chandas. Any doubts in Upajathi?
None.
Okay. probably the reason why it is called Upajathi is also probably because of the same. It does not fall into any one particular jati, that is any particular chandas. It is a mixture of 3 or 4 different chandas, so it's called Upajati. So if that is the case, then probably your rule is valid. I'll go through those shlokas and I'll get back to you. So the last chandas that we'll deal for today is Vamshastham. So the Lakshanashloka is Jatau tu Vamshastham udiritam jarau. Jatau tu Vamshastham. Jatau tu Vamshastham udiritam jarau. I'll probably write this in the next line for easy division. Okay, so now let us divide this into ganas. Jatautu Vamshastha Mudiri Tam Jarau. So this is forming one proper type of gana, wherein you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is 4 is 12, so 12 letters. Okay, so let us start writing the Laghu-Gurus. So can you start telling?
Laghu.
Okay.
Guru.
Okay.
Laghu.
Okay.
Guru.
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 Okay.
Guru again.
Okay.
Laghu.
Guru.
Why is it Laghu or Guru? Why is it Guru?
It is Guru because of Mahaprana.
We never mentioned about Alpa Prana, Mahaprana. It was only about Hrisva and Dirgha.
Okay.
Okay. So Alpa Prana, Mahaprana does not come under the Laghu-Guru concept. It is only Hrisva and Dirgha. Mainly it is to show the Matra Kala we write this. Okay. So Tha is still Laghu. Okay. Any doubts?
No.
Okay. Next.
Laghu.
Laghu.
Guru. Laghu.
Laghu.
Guru.
Guru.
Laghu. Guru.
Okay. So everyone is satisfied with this Laghu-Guru? Everything is correct? Anything that you feel is wrong? All good?
Yes, sir.
Let us start with writing the first kana. Laghu, Guru, Laghu. Which is this?
Jagana.
Jagana.
Very good. Second one? It is
Tagana.
Jagana.
Tagana. Third one is
Jagana.
Guru, Laghu again. Jagana.
Jagana.
Fourth one is Laghu, Guru, Laghu, Guru.
Ragana.
Sorry?
Ragana.
Ragana.
So, Jata, Jara. Now, let us go to the shloka. Jatautu Vamshastham Udiritam Jarau. Jatau. Jatau tu Vamshastham Udiritam. It might be considered Vamshastha. If Jata is followed by Jara. Jata, Jara. Jatau tu Vamshastham. Jata can be considered Vamshastham if it is followed by Jara. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So this is Vamshastham. You again have another shloka. So those 4 shlokas for the individual chandas. Please do the Gana segregation, write the Laghu-Guru, and find out the chandas for each and every line. And we can discuss if you have any discrepancy with the rule and the particular line. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So with this, we'll conclude today's class. We'll take up the remaining 4. Yeah, you have remaining 4. We'll do that in the next class. And of course, if you can find out which is the longest chandas and let me know, it'll be good. Even I'll search through it. I know one to be the longest, but if I find anything longer, I'll let you know. So I think you can just take it up as an extra work for your brain and try to find out which is the longest chandas that is there in Sanskrit grammar. Okay.
I have a couple of questions.
Yeah.
One is, are we targeting to write the exam this January?
I actually am not sure because from my side, I can't guarantee because I have to go through the lessons and how me and Tejesh are going to divide the lessons comes into play. But probably from my side, January is a very close deadline to complete the portions.
Okay. Secondly, can you please show the cover of the textbook that we are using for Thureeya?
For me, it is this. This was probably 2003 edition. Of course, it's a very old one. It was valid till like I'm not sure. A couple of batches ago, also were using the same book. But I realize that now your books have changed. So probably your book will be different, and you'll have different page numbers. I think the matter is nearly the same. Just the page numbers will be changed. Is what I feel.
Okay, and lastly, can you please share the PPT that was used for the Sandhi classes last 2 sessions?
Yeah. I'll put it up. Probably anyway, I'm on the group, so I'll just put it up there for you to use.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and please, one more thing. Chandas, yeah, after your exams are done, probably you may or may not need Chandas unless you think of writing a Grantha or your Kavya of your own. But Sandhi, please read properly and learn it very well, because for every aspect of learning in Tritiya, Thureeya, Pravesha, whatever be the exam, Sandhi is very important, and I would like you to learn it with the Panini Sutras.
Anna, in the textbook for each chandas, there is an example of a shloka.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have the book with you? Anyone who has the book in the new book, please can you confirm if that is the case? Because in the old book, you have an example for each chandas. So if it is the same in the new book, then it is good.
Yes, there are shlokas for each of these 4 types of sandhis you discussed today.
Okay, so the chandas, yeah. So if it is there, yeah, then it probably is the same. So you please go through those shlokas and do the chandas for each of them.
Anna?
Yeah.
Anna, last class I was absent, so if you have the recorded class, can you just send it to me?
Yeah. The thing is, I actually recorded it in a different way. I had to divide it into 2 parts. So I'm just doing the combination. So it will take some time. But I would, ask you to not miss, these live classes. But of course, I would have preferred face-to-face interaction class more. But I would ask you to please make time to at least sit through the online class, because whatever is the advantage you may get from online course, if you're here, you can at least ask your doubts directly, and I think it's more beneficial. So please make it a point to attend. Okay, no issues now, but try to make use of that.
Yes, and another thing, Anna, since I'm a new batch to Thureeya this year, I don't have my book. So can you tell me what I have to do?
Actually, Kshama, you can ask what is if the Mata has any books in her place that any extra books that she has. So you can go and buy it from Mata, or else probably you'll have to go to Chamrajpet Shankar Math to get the books. They're selling it there, is what I know. So probably you may get the new books there.
Okay. Thank you,
You can first contact Kshama. You can first ask Tejesh if he knows anything. If not, you can ask Kshama if any such books are available at Mata's place.
Okay, Anna. Thanks a lot.
Okay. So any other doubts? Okay. So we will end today with Gurureva Gatihi. Any questions you have, please let me know, and I'll get back to you. So we'll end today. We'll again have probably the same timings. We will have a class on the next Sunday. So please be available on that during that time. Gururev gatihi gurumev bhaje gurunaiv sahasmi namo gurave na gurof paramam shishurasmi guror matirasti gurau mama pahi guru gururev gatihi gurumev bhaje gurunaiv sahasmi namo gurave na gurof paramam shishurasmi guror matirasti gurau Mama pahi Guru. Gurureva gatihi gurumeva bhaje gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave na guru paramam shishurasmi gurur atirasti guru mama pahi guru. One more question. Like, do you know what is the total strength of Thureeya?
No, not exactly.
Okay, and I think some people from Bailakaval and some people from Vidyaranipura branch are also there, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes,
From
I am from
Vidyaranipura,
Vailakkaval.
I'm only Shubha Shastri. I'm only taking.
Okay, fine. So you are the only person from the branch who is attending these classes, right?
Yes.
So all the others are from Vailakaval branch itself, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Please, if you come to know of any, if you can get to know how many total people are there, we can probably, reach out to them and ask them to start taking these classes.
Yeah.
Okay. Ram. Any questions? Please let me know.
Ram.
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 Yeah, Ram.